No, it's beautiful food being handed in here.
You just want it in here. Don't be afraid to share that around, Jim.
I know. It's that's very nicely plated as well.
Yes.
Garry, you just continue to talk with...
Mate, someone's got to help me acknowledge what a magnificent feast has arrived.
We'll introduce the guest.
Shannon Bennett, Vue De Monde, just serving
Shannon,
up all sorts of stuff here, mate. How are you?
Very nice to see you, Shannon.
Well, what do we owe the pleasure, my friend?
I just thought I'd drop around and get you guys some decent food.
We get by on a basic diet of party pies and, if you're lucky, a bit of crusty cheese.
Well, we're going to improve that. Yeah, I've got to drop you some food. I saw Das there in the corner,
Shannon,
and fellow restaurateur down there.
We love it, mate. How nice is that to be called a restaurateur when Shannon Bennett walks in from Vue De Monde?
Shannon, stretching it a bit.
A little bit, yeah. We sell a lot of beers. You went to school with Dustin Fletcher, and you're not just a Johnny-come-lately to footy. You love Essendon, and you're a fanatic, aren't you?
Yes, yep. There's been a lot of ups and downs this season, but it still seems to be a very exciting season. They're playing some good footy.
Have you got a favourite current day player?
I like Stewie Cramery. I think, and also Stewie's done some time up in our kitchen, so he can't cook to save himself, but he's trying. But he's passionate. I think that what we're doing with Essendon, I hope that other clubs follow, and I'm happy to try and contribute where I can. Where I'd love to see in 10 years' time that you're actually coming to the ground for a really good meal, or even a really good gourmet pie. Before the football, and we're attracting different demographics coming in. If you've got a Melbourne game on a Monday that's only going to get 20-odd thousand, well, maybe we can get an extra 10,000 if people are going to get some good food.
The Melbourne fans will come for the food. Not so much the footy.
We've got some sophistication in the crowd, in the Melbourne crowd. So those sorts of things. They're working for the Premier League. So why wouldn't they work for a town like Melbourne?
Warrior reckons he's a great cook. What's your signature dish?
I do a shank.
I
do a spicy shank, which I'm pretty happy with.
Well, how do you do it? Tell Shannon. See whether you know what you're talking about.
I've got a if you're asking this, guys, I've got a mortar and pestle, and we get the coriander seeds. We get We get some marjoram. Marjoram.
Well, it sounds like you're on the right.
We grind it all up and smash it all up, and then we put that over the actual lamb shank, and then we put some flour over that, and we brown that off, and then we cook it for about 4 hours with a few other things in it.
There's one thing you got to add to that though, which I want to teach people about.
There's some garlic in there as well.
No, it's not. It's not. Your method, everything about it, your method's perfect, but it's your sauce of your lamb shanks.
Okay, well, last time there was some white wine. There was
where did your lamb come from?
The lamb came from the South Melbourne market.
Well, then, next time, Warrior, what you've got to do is say, where did that lamb come from? Because for me, where food is going to go, particularly with television, is story on a plate. So you've got to know, like, I go to the farmer where I get my meat from, and I know the story. And that's where I think that when you're a really good cook, that's where you can go to the next level.
Let yourself down.
No, you haven't.
I've got to step up.
We've got a man on Saturday. We've got the guy called Danny Frawley, who last week read out a menu. And on the menu were jalapenos and fajitas.
and tortillas.
What sort of bloke are we dealing with there?
Someone that needs a little bit of help. We can work. He's got a bit of passion there, I'm sure. As long as he knows where the jalapenos have come from.
Hey, Shannon, what have you brought in here? It looks magnificent.
Pass it up here, Jim.
Absolutely.
Thanks, James.
What we've got
now, the whole menu's been inspired by 1873 Robert McCracken, and they frequented a place called the Criterion Hotel. That used to be Melbourne and Australia's premier hotel. And that was one of the dishes they served, which is salted barramundi, cider jelly, and a little bit, they just had a herb oil, which is pretty sophisticated for the time, saying a herb oil, and it just had wild greens.
Shannon, a little bit different from the 8 Chiko rolls that Chief ordered last Friday. We're up at the Gabba.
You're doing humour now, are you?
That's factual, Chief.
Did we not share the food around? We just asked for food to come because that was all we had an option
Did we
of.
eat Chiko rolls or not eat Chiko rolls?
How do you deal with big, tall porter and Shannon? Seriously.
Jim, that was the catering last week. It's exactly what we ate. It was a talented year, your year at Essendon Grammar. Curtis Stone, who's one of your good mates as well, is correct from the same year.
Curtis and I were the only two guys in home economics at Essendon. So we just went down there just for the girls, but it was so
good move.
Hey Shannon, thank you very much for dropping by. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
Shannon Bennett, superstar from Vue De Monde, of course, and Bill Brownless. He's all the saliva's dribbled out of his mouth looking through the glass next door. He can
seconds don't get a feed, mate. I'm telling you.
Certainly not of that quality.
No.
What sort of fare do you serve up at the North Melbourne?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's not cooked by Shannon Bennett.
Well, let's get an official rating from our resident expert here who put 2 lamb shanks in an oven, thought he was an expert.
What fried?
It was a bit embarrassing, Damo.
Oh, it's very nice, guys. It's saltiness to it. There's a bit of anchovy, I think.
Bit of what?
Well. Anchovy, however you want to say it.
Anchovy.
I'd go with anchovy, but
The jelly was
the
nice.
jelly's a nice touch.
Warrior, the infusion of herb oil, it works.
The
does for
infusion
me.
of herb oil.
It does
Have a
for me.
listen to Chief.
Chief infuses tomato sauce over his dim sim, and that's about it.
You haven't,
I
had
reckon-
you haven't had a sample, Chief? It doesn't
No,
jump out
well,
at you?
I'm waiting for some,
Well, there
Duke.
you go, Chief.
You don't like this food, Chief. I've been out with
Please.
you, and you did
Here
have
we go.
some very
Here
simple
Here
stuff.
comes Bill.
Chief.
Get Big Wilbur's
Chief
just wondering.
snorted it. Chief, use a knife and fork, Chief.
It's not a refined palate, Chief, that we're dealing with here.
You'd be surprised, Duke.
Mate, I reckon, Duke, if we studied the porcelain Saturday morning up there in Brisbane, a complete Chiko roll would have been available to see.
With the wrapper.
I'm going to infuse something with your scone in a minute, Jim.
Where is it, Chieftain?
what do you
What's your
think?
initial reaction?
Look at Big Willis.
I
He's
need a little bit more to
lurking.
make a judgment.
Well, you get it. You've had 4 bits of it.
Very nice.
All right, we need to take a break. We're going to come back and give you a full preview of the Blues and the Bombers Friday
No,
night
Bill.
for Coates Hire.
Bill, no.
Look at Willis.
Get out, Bill. Oh, my God.
Wilbur just breathing in